Hi, I'm Guna Mathivanan. Welcome to Simply Current Affairs. Before going into today's editorial discussion, let us finish the feedback for the question which I gave in the last video. So, if you are watching this video series for the first time, then please watch the introductory video given in the playlist to know how to participate in this answer writing initiative. This initiative is open to all. We have also launched our exclusive current affairs course 75/75. Batch 2 is starting from 30th of November. To know more about the program and other courses like economic course test series, you can visit our website www.simplycurrentaffairs.com, or you can click the link given in the description, or you can WhatsApp to the number given in this video. The question which I gave in the last class is, while being a vital sector for food security and livelihoods, India's fisheries and aquaculture industry face multiple constraints. Discuss the government initiatives to overcome these hurdles. Okay, so in the introduction, you can highlight a fact. Right, India is the second largest aquaculture producer in the world. You can start with a fact, right? So, and that has created a lot of jobs, has created a lot of export earnings. So, it has ensured nutritional security, food security, livelihood for a lot of Indian fishers. However, it comes up with a lot of multiple constraints. So, you can list out the constraints. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can list out the constraints. To address the constraints, government has come up with a series of initiatives. Mention those initiatives. Now, mentioning those initiatives alone is not sufficient. The question is about discuss. So, you mention those initiatives and how it is overcoming the above problem. Okay, so that you have to highlight. For example, to improve the safety of the fishers, government is fitting in transponders in their vessels to ensure the safety of the fishers in the high seas. I mean, not the high seas, in the seas actually, in the waters, right? And similarly, through Matsya Sampada Yojana, how government is trying to improve the production, productivity, quality, value chain, how it aims to double the fishers' income. So like that, how the problems is being addressed in order to maintain the ecosystem, to protect the marine ecosystem. Along with the FAO, India has launched a series of efforts which aims to protect not just the species but also the entire ecosystem framework. So like that, you can highlight the initiatives to overcome the hurdles. And finally, you conclude. While conclusion, you mentioned that yes, there are, all these are efforts taken to address, but however, there are some gaps. Highlight 1 or 2 gaps. By addressing that, we can definitely become a global leader in the fish production. We can, achieve other milestones from here, right? So, like that, you can give a conclusion, or you can say that with a responsible fish production, country can move from more production towards more responsible production, better production. Like that, you can give a conclusion. Fine, we have taken the answer of Uday Srinivasa. Your answer is neat, very precise. Of course, handwriting is something which you can improve, but still I'm able to read it. India is the second largest aquaculture producer globally, contributing 10.23. So you have started with a fact. Okay, that is good. Then from that, you went to the several challenges. You have given a link point. From there, you have gone to subheading. Great. So environmental strain, gaps in supply chain, socio-economic gaps. Right? You have given the right subheadings, and respective content is also good. For example, economic strain, you have mentioned overfishing, habitat destruction, water pollution, loss in supply chain, gaps in supply chain, lack in cold storage processing unit, socio-economic gaps, like how small scale fishers, they lack access to finance technology, right? So to address all these things, Indian government has come up with various schemes and initiatives to address these challenges. So one is the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, which aims to expand the cold storage system, improving supply chain, doubling fishers' income, etc. Expanded Kisan Credit Card. So to ensure that financial inclusiveness among the small fishers, Kisan Credit Card is extended to the fishermen. Setting up of pilot fishing. See here setting up of pilot fishing ports. This is an example. You should say that government is intervening, or it will say FAO is intervening, helping the government in modernizing the fishing ports, in setting up of modernized fishing ports, which helps in strengthening the value chains. Okay, this is just a fact. You didn't explain here. You didn't mention how it is going to address the challenge. Okay, so establishment of Matsya Seva Kendra for integrated support. See, here you are explaining how this is going to help, right? And maybe one more line also you could have added what kind of support it is going to give, but at least you have mentioned something that it is helping in providing some support. But look at the sixth point, it is just a fact. Then finally, you have concluded India has successfully achieved production growth in fishery sector, but it's imperative to accommodate the social inclusiveness, environmentally sustainable climate resilient development along with economic gains. Till this, it's fine. This helps to achieve SDG 8, 9, 10, 13, 14. It is force fit. It is force fit. For this question, this particular line is force fit. Or you could have mentioned along, going forward, all these efforts will also help us to achieve the globally set norms like Sustainable Development Goal number 8, 9, 10, 13, 14. That can be fine. Okay, but for this question, when you have adequate content, why do you want to bring SDG? Don't always bring SDG. When you are lacking point, bring SDG, or maybe in the intro or somewhere in the middle, don't force fit. If it genuinely demands, bring SDG. Okay. Apart from that, everything is fine. Okay, so now let's move on to today's editorial discussion. So we have taken an editorial topic from the Hindu, which discusses about the gap in the foundational numeracy. See, in 2020, government came with national education policy, which has objectives to be achieved in both school education as well as higher education. When it comes to school education, one important objective to be achieved as per the national education policy is achieving foundation literacy and numeracy. FLN, foundation literacy and numeracy. That means foundation literacy means you are able to read and write. And foundation numeracy means basic arithmetic, subtraction, addition, multiplication, division, basic arithmetics. So achieving this foundation literacy and numeracy by grade 3 or by students when they reach 3rd standard, they have to be relatively aware of this foundation literacy and numeracy. So to ensure to achieve this objective, government has set up a mission called as Nipun Bharat Mission, NIPUN, Nipun Bharat Mission. So this Nipun Bharat Mission aims to achieve this foundation literacy by 2026-2027. So what is the problem right now? See, as per the Annual Survey of Education Report 2024, when it comes to foundation literacy, we are able to see an improvement from the past. But when it comes to foundation numeracy, there is a gap which is very, very visible. For example, on the ACER report 2024, which highlights that in grade 5, students studying in 5th standard, the foundation literacy achieved is close to 50%. Close to 50%. But the numeracy, the foundational numeracy achieved at 5th standard is around 30%. Just 30%. There's a huge gap between foundation literacy achieved and foundation numeracy achieved. Right? See, this cannot be simply seen as a lack of understanding in a particular subject. This has a far-fetching consequence. See, if you are not able to have a good hold on foundational numeracy, what will be the consequence? When you are not having a strong hold on foundational numeracy, then you cannot climb to the higher standards. You will be finding it difficult to clear your board exams. When you are not good in maths, you will not have a control over science. So when you are not able to clear the board exams, you cannot climb for the higher educational institutions. And also a lot of dropouts in the country is happening not because people find it difficult to access or afford education. A lot of people, they drop out because they are not having a good hold on this maths and science. So this lack of understanding is deterring the people to continue their school education. So what will happen if you are not able to continue the school education? Then you will not be in a position to obtain certificates, higher degrees. So you will be lacking economic opportunity in the formal sector. This is going to affect the social economic progress achieved. It will also affect the inclusive growth to be achieved. So this cannot be seen as a an academic issue, a subject-wise challenge. It cannot be discounted to that level. This has far-fetching consequences which has to be addressed immediately. So what is the reason? Why the students, they are not able to have a control over this max? See, there are two broader reasons. The reason number one is the nature of the subject itself. So mathematics, if you look at the nature of the subject, the understanding will be hierarchical in nature. For example, only when you are able to understand addition, you will understand multiplication. Only when you understand multiplication, you will understand integration, algebra, assume. Only when you understand algebra, you can go for other higher order understandings. Only when you understand subtraction, you will understand division. Only when you understand division, you will be in a position to understand differentiation. Okay, so you will be, forget about differentiation, you think about ratios, proportions, percentage. Okay, so to understand the higher order maths, you have to have an understanding on the lower order mathematics. So if you are missing out addition, subtraction, you will miss out multiplication and division. If you miss out multiplication, division, you will miss out algebra, all the other things. This is the nature of the subject. So what is the actual problem is, look into the teaching methodology. The teaching methodology, we have a problem. Here we are having an exam oriented training, and the exam is time bound. So time bound, so that the faculties, the teachers, they are forced to finish the syllabus in a particular specific time period. When they are forced to finish the syllabus in a particular time period, they do not much focus on the learning outcome achieved by the students. Okay, because if the teacher is going to focus on the learning outcome achieved by every child, by the time the entire time will be over, exams has to be conducted. So from the teacher's point of view, the teacher has to finish the syllabus before the prescribed time limit. So what happens in this process? Not everyone is able to understand, digest immediately. Okay, so the system of teaching itself is a problem. With respect to maths, we have to address it. Exam is important. Time-bound completion of syllabus is important. But in the name of time-bound completion of syllabus, if we are going to miss out the learning outcome, then the very purpose of the examination will be defeated. The next thing is, there is a huge distance between the mathematics used in reality, in the practical sense, and in the theoretical bookish sense is entirely different. See, I remember during my school days, the primary school days, I will see in the maths textbook that Ramu has purchased 100 kgs of apples and purchased 50 kgs of banana. In practically, who is going to buy 100 kg apple or 50 kg banana? The examples were also so theoretical, okay, and there is a huge disconnect from the reality. So various academic surveys have narrated this. For example, those students who are strong in the theoretical mathematics, when they go to the market, they miss out. Those students who are working in the market, okay, so who have practical sense of mathematics, when you give some academic mathematics, they are not able to solve it. So we have to change the way how we are approaching the maths subject. We have to bring in more reality, practical sense to it, so that there is a connect between the theoretical understanding and the practical application of the mathematics. Right. So what we have to do? So how to address this problem? So the author of the article, he himself is a bureaucrat, and he has applied his suggestions, what I'm going to say now. He has applied this, and in his area it is working. So suggestion is, this foundation literacy numeracy, why we are limiting the target only till the 3rd standard? Why not we extend till 8th standard? Right. So another study, the ASL study only, in a different heading, they found that students who are studying in 5th standard, division, they are not able to do, 70% of them, they are not able to do division. The students who are studying in 8th standard, 50% of them, they are not able to do this division. So basic arithmetics, even students who are studying in 8th standard, they are not able to do it effectively. So we have to extend this foundation literacy and numeracy target to be achieved not just till 3rd, we have to take it till 8th standard. And when we are taking it till 8th standard, we should focus not just on foundation numeracy, rather we have to focus on foundation numeracy plus. So why we are restricting this foundation numeracy only with maths arithmetics, there is the addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. We have to increase it, percentage, fractions, decimal points. Okay, so we have to, because it should not appear to the students that, okay, gaining the multiplication, addition, subtraction is sufficient for maths. We have to train them like how through a mission we are trying to improve this foundation numeracy. The same mission should also incorporate this higher order mathematics, because this should not act like a ceiling. Okay, the students should know beyond. So we have to improve the FLN, that is foundation literacy numeracy, to foundation literacy numeracy plus. And the author also highlights that the teaching pedagogy has to be changed, the methodology has to be changed, the curriculum has to be redefined. We have to bring in more practical, more realistic content into the theory, so that the students are able to have, they are able to read and able to apply in the real life. Right. So more activity based learning is what is required with respect to maths, more than theoretical. More activity based learning will be helping them directly to absorb the mathematical concepts. Right. This is what is the article all about. See, in the foundation literacy, we have achieved an improvement. We are able to see some growth. So the logical extension of this should be to build over this achievement. Government should take this seriously. Government should not see this as a mere academic exercise of improving the learning outcome in maths. No. So if this is beyond that, if government is not intervening now and they are not addressing this problem, then what happens? The consequence will be disastrous. As I mentioned already, the consequence will lead to dropout. People might not be in a position to clear the board exams, and the people enrolling into the higher standards, higher education institutions is going to come out. Then their exposure to the formal economic opportunities will be coming down. And given the technological world, without these basic subject knowledges, it will become very difficult for them to survive in the market. So in that case, achieving inclusive growth will be difficult, achieving social equity will be difficult, achieving socio-economic progress also will become difficult. So the root cause is to address the gap, and we have to improve the achievements in the numeracy as well as in literacy. Yes, literacy, even partial understanding with which you can read, write. How many of us are very good in grammar, but still we are able to read and write, right? But that is not the case with respect to maths. So yes, this is about the article. Interesting, right? I hope you got clarity on the topic what we discussed today. Now let me give you a question based on our discussion. The National Education Policy 2020 has set an ambitious target of achieving universal foundational literacy and numeracy for all children in the country. Assess the progress made towards attaining this stated goal. 10-marker question as usual. Email us the answer in PDF format and mention in the comment that you have submitted the answer. Right friends, I will see you tomorrow with another interesting editorial topic. Till then, bye. Take care from Guna Mathivanan.